Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Mercy TV. You might want to turn off the air conditioner. Hello my friends, this is Mercy TV. PK and Sunny here. Well, people in the hospital, hope you get better. You can use cannabis without smoking it. In many different forms.
You can use it topically, and you can drink it. You can eat it, and and depending on how because a lot of people like to eat it different forms, like in cookies and pancakes, and there's depending on how conditions. People have different conditions, and they eat it differently. That's depending on how you like to eat. That's how you have to go with how you like to eat, and that's how you have to go with.
And the cannabis can help you with your appetite.
Well, and we were talking earlier, because the plant, depending on, because one plant, they're selling the plant in the stores for CBDs, and that's the same plant that we get in the dispensaries for RSO, because THC
is one of the molecules in the plant.
Well, and people need to understand, we want our legislators and our legislators, our senators, and all of these people that we're voting for. That's why it's important. This is a medical show, but we talk our votes, and all of these things are important. And everybody should know out there that education is important.
Yes. So, talk to your children, talk to your parents, people in the hospital. You can use cannabis without smoking it by eating it in edibles. That's making a butter or oil to mix with the recipes. It ain't that hard to make up cookies and that, but people have difficulty in baking and cooking.
We have a team, and our team is our doctors and our legislators, and we're thankful for our team and our family and all of these people. And you know what, like I was telling Pete, we always talk to the people at the program, because they work with all of these patients, and they don't even probably think about the patients that they help every day, because the patients, like me, I got my card, and I was, I'm thankful I got my card. I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital. Now I got my card. I got, all these people helping me, and they probably weren't thinking about helping me. Well, they helped me. Now I can go back to the dispensary, and I can get, some of my stuff, and I don't have to just depend on others to help me right now. It's a big team. I got my doctors and my family and all of these people, we got a big team of people that we depend on to help us. We have these conditions, you know, we got all of these conditions. One person has a lot of different conditions. One person might not just have one condition, you know, but when you use one plant that has so many things, you know, the CBDs and the THCs,
the different molecules in each different plant of cannabis.
oh, and you know, the one plant, different kinds of strains, and when you find out one strain, oh, this one strain helps you, and this one strain might help you better, and you know, we find out, oh, we're doing different things with this one plant, and we work different kinds of, you know.
But the variety of the different cannabis plants is the beneficial, because you're getting the variety of the different molecules that are in the cannabis plant. That are, one molecule be beneficial than the other molecule, but it is.
Back to talking to your doctor.
Yep.
Well, because your doctor gives you so many different kinds of medicine, and when your doctor sees, man, everything's working so good because the medicines he's giving you and the cannabis that you're using, and you're finding out, man, I got so much more energy and I feel so much better, and that's how come people, you know, feel better. Sometimes they don't, oh man, back to your RSOs and your CBDs and all the THCs and how you can work with whatever different kinds of medicines you do, and you know, that's what we have to do with education. Education starts with the plant. You know, what do you want to do with the plant, and what kind of strains do you want? You know, all of us, we work together. You know, what kinds of plant, what kinds of strains, it's one plant. And back to your CBDs, they got CBDs, oh, at Safeway, you know. They'll tell you they got CBD, well, what kind of CBDs, you know. Sometimes they don't know, you know, but
that's a molecule.
I know, but they're, you know what I'm saying, they got CBD on their shelf.
Well, these days you see a lot of commercials on the television where they're promoting a portion of the cannabis plant or the hemp plant, which is the cousin of the cannabis medical plant. But it all depends on how you're going to use it, and what, are you going to make butter, or are you going to make oil, or are you going to make a tincture from it?
And you got to find one kind of strain, and what kind of strain makes you feel better, and then you can talk with your doctor and show him, well, man, this is what kind of strain I'm using.
One of them, because the more of the different varieties that are helpful, I believe.
Well, because when the medicine you're using and the strains you're using and all of these things work with, oh man, I feel so good, and all of these things work out, and the terpenes, well, because see, the terpenes in the medicine, and neurologically you find out, wow, I feel so good. And see, people wonder why I feel so good. Well, because neurologically the terpenes in the medicine that you're growing really feel so good. That's why people are going, man, I feel so good, and there's nothing wrong with that.
My quality of life has been
Enhanced.
Improved, yes,
well,
enhanced.
And you know, that's why we're showing how it works out and the education of that, and people are going, wow, now I know why. and you can talk with your doctor, and your doctor tells you, well, here's the medicine I'm using, and these are the things we're doing, and that's how it's going. And then you go, wow, now I know why, you know. And that's where it comes from, this plant I'm using, and it's called cannabis. And we're doing it, and we're showing you how. And then you go, well, now I'm making cookies, or I'm making pancakes,
Or I'm growing it myself.
oh yeah, that too. And well, like we was talking the other day with a patient that said, well, I can't do it because I'm at one of those.
Section 8.
Yeah. So it's okay. We can do other things. There's things we can do, you know. People, that's why patients work with patients and do things together, you know. That's what patients do when you get in programs and patients work together.
So get in touch with our website, and that's Mercy, 3ws.mercycenter.org. And we could talk to you on the computer and tell you what information that you may need if
Well,
we know it.
You know, there's one in every state. There's 30 or 40 countries. And you know, all over the world, people are going, this is how, this is why. And you see that they're changing things all over the world. They're changing in states because cannabis really works. And these are the things we already know. And we're sitting here talking. And you know, if there's something that you know, a different condition, you know, please let us know. Let Perry know. You know, send him, you know, an email and just show him, hey, this is how it's working for you. You know, these are the things we're doing because patients are doing it. You know, our team, we have a good team. You know, our families, our doctors, and like we was talking earlier, the people at the program, you know, when you get your doctors, the people at the program, your families, you know, this big team that we have and that we all work together. Wow, when you look at it like that and you got this big team and every day you go, man, I got this big team of people that help me, and look at me. You know, I had a condition and I didn't feel very good, and I would, you know, well, now I'm using this medicine and I feel pretty good. Well, yeah, because you got this medicine and it makes me really feel pretty good. Well, yeah.
It relieves the pain and the other symptoms that you might be experiencing, and even reduce your cancer.
Well, and that's the other thing. A lot of people have noticed that the different cancers that they're having are doing so much better. And when you can find out that your cancers are doing better, that's such a, you know, quality of life is such a big deal. And people like to find out that their quality of life is doing so much better. And you know, that's the thing we like to share on this program, is that our quality of life is doing so much better. And you know, if you would like, please send Perry an email about that, you know, because we're more than happy to share, you know, because that's what we do. We're all patients, and that's what we do. We share, you know, and that's what we're all about, is sharing. You know, our quality of life is really important. And we've been doing this for a long time. We just didn't start doing this. We've been doing this for a long time.
Since the station was under the library.
Yeah.
And
long time.
A few years.
Oh yeah.
Decades.
Yeah. Gosh, 2002, something like that.
Yep.
And you know, people, when you find out that, you know, you can count on others to help, it's a big deal. And you know that I want to help others, to help them, to know that medicine is a big deal because you know that it's true. That, oh, and sometimes it don't help them the way that it helps you. That's because it metabolizes different. Everybody's body uses the medicine differently, but that's okay. If you can get it to use it differently, that's okay. You have to use it for a while, and then you find out, wow, it helped me differently, but it did help me. You know, there's so many things that the medicine works. You know, it just don't help you like that. You have to use it because your body works differently. Everybody's body is different. But when it starts metabolizing and uses the medicine differently, it helps. And that's a good deal. And that's what we say. You know, when you know the medicine is working, that's a good deal. Because our body is working and using it, that's really good. And because we know it's metabolizing the medicine and working. And when you know you can do that, our quality of life is changing and it works. And when we can do that, thank you, Lord, we are thankful for our blessings. You know, every day we are so thankful for our blessings. And our team, back to our team, we have a big team. You know, our families and our doctors
and the people at CCTV.
Oh yeah, CCTV. Look at CCTV. They have been there with us all the time. And, you know, our program and all of the people and the people that work together and help each other. And, you know, we're so thankful. And everybody there. And they're standing with us. And they help us make sure this show gets out to help others every day. And you know, that's so important. Every day.
Yeah. So people in the hospital, talk to your doctor, talk to your children. Cannabis can be an alternative medicine. And you wouldn't see the list of conditions after you take the medicine that you might be worried about. Please, it's wise to vote.
It's always important to make sure that you know the medicine is good, that you can use it, you can drink it, you can eat it. Oh, back to putting it in the pancakes, back to putting it in the cookies, back to putting it into drinks. You know, there's so many ways you can use cannabis, and the way people use it are so great, and how you feel, the energy. Oh, but some people, it makes them go to sleep, and some people gives them energy. And, you know...
Well, it all depends if they're having a sativa or an indica. And that's one of the varieties of the cannabis plant.
Exactly.
Because at nighttime you need to rest. And in the daytime you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish for the day.
Back to how important the strains are. And the education on your strains. And that's just another thing about talking with the people that you work with, or back to the different, you know, your friends, the dispensaries. It's all so important. You know, these are the things, back to your team, you know, that's all so important. You know, we have such a big team, and every day we have a team, and we're so thankful for our team. And you know, we get every day and our quality of life and our team, and it just works so good. And everybody, you know, they think how bad their conditions are, but they have such a good team, and their quality of life changes. And we don't talk about how bad Pete's things are and the things he's been through. We don't talk about how bad my things are and the things I've been through. We could take up the whole show on Pete's things or my things, but we don't. We're trying to educate others and at least let them know cannabis is good medicine. And go out and make sure others know. Education of the plant is the best.
And you can make up your own healing oil or your butter if you have the time and the skill to do.
And don't let others tell you how bad cannabis is, because cannabis is good. And this is the important. Cannabis is good. And if you have any questions, please get a hold of us at the website. That's what's so important. Just give us a web, let Perry, we can get a hold. That's what we're doing. We've been doing this for so long, and we're patients trying to help other patients, and that's what we'll do, because that is the education. We have senators, we have legislators that are representing us, and you know what? They will stick up for us. We got this law, and see, cannabis is good, and we know it's good, and it will help us. It's healthy for us, and we can do a lot, and our doctors will stick up for us, and if you need help with your doctors, let us know, because you know what, there are doctors out there that will stick up for us if your doctor won't stick up for you. Let us know. There are so many doctors that have problems too. There are so many patients that are having problems, because, their jobs and their places where they live, their Section 8s or whatever, there's so many problems. People still are having problems in this day and age, because of where they live and their jobs
and the government and the people that are getting voted in are the wrong people for the situation, because they don't know diddly.
Well, and that's why, back to education and knowing that medicine is good. And make sure that everybody that that cannabis is good. The importance that we know that medicine, that cannabis, and that cannabis is good. Don't let nobody tell you different. We have been going through this for a long time, and don't let nobody tell you different. There is people out there that are suffering, and if they can have good quality of life by using some cannabis, don't you think that would be a good deal if they could use a pancake or a cookie? That'd be...
Or some healing oil to get rid of their skin diseases.
There's so many things that are going on that people are suffering, that they could use different oils or creams or a pancake or a cookie. They're selling it at Safeway. We know different. And so we can do this. And all of the things, back to doing it ourselves with the strains, we can do it. We have to do these strains and conditions, and what do we want to do? We are patients. We have to find out the conditions, we find out the strains, we talk to our doctors, they take blood tests. That's how they do it. They take blood tests. They find out what's going on in your blood. They are giving you medicines. You're taking different conditions whatever it is, and you're using medicine, and those strains you're using with the medicine they give you, wow, and it tells him how good you're feeling, and wow.
Your quality of life is improved.
And all of that is going on, and just like that, everything is changing. And you know, all of these things are going on, and the doctor says, I know you are having a good life, and you're using cannabis. And when you tell him, I am using this particular strain, and this is what I'm doing, these are the things that we all know already. And oh yeah, we together, all of us know this. And back to education, and we can do it. And you see all the different states that are changing, and the states are changing every day. The states are changing. We still have a lot more states that are changing, but
The
we
federal government is going to change, and that is going to be benefited for all people.
but that's a big deal, you know. And
I'm
that's,
sorry, buddy, but it's time to close out the show for the day. People in the hospital, get better. Talk to your doctor about using cannabis as an alternative medicine. And with these days, with the dispensaries or the stores that you can get the cannabis products from, please check it out. And I want to thank Dr. Rebecca, Nurse Ed, Shauna, Mike, Grandma Janet, all the people that have helped us out over the years.
CCTV.
Peace and victory.
You guys rock.
And you have a good day, and if you can, go fly a kite in a beautiful field or out on the coast. Thank you, my friends. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Take care. You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.